Hello and welcome. These are the top headlines at this hour. American and Iranian officials are set to meet in Oman today for direct talks amid the growing crisis between the two countries. But hours before the meeting, the Trump administration has urged all its citizens to leave Iran immediately via any means possible. The discussions come after a US military buildup in the Middle East and Iran's clampdown on nationwide anti government protests. Washington based human rights groups say that thousands of Iranians were killed last month. Both countries remain far apart in their positions. The hope is that, if successful, the decisions could lead to a framework for negotiations. Now, Washington has categorically said that Iran should freeze all of its nuclear program. However, for Tehran, this is a no go move. The US and Russia have agreed to re establish high level military dialogue for the very first time in more than 4 years, in another sign of warming relations between the two countries. The decision came after a meeting between Russian and American military officials in the capital of the UAE. The same venue hosted Ukrainian officials to end the war. Now, high level military communications between Washington and Moscow was suspended in late 2021 as tensions rose ahead of the full scale Russian invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. 2 days after the US president announced a trade deal with India on a social media platform, India has finally come out with some details. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has said that the first tranche of the Indian-US bilateral trade agreement is ready and a joint statement is expected within the next 4 to 5 days. He added that the formal legal agreement could be signed around mid-March. Goyal also said that after the joint statement, the United States is expected to issue an executive order reducing tariffs to 18%. Remember, this figure was 50% earlier. Trump's claim of India's agriculture sector being a part of the deal worried the farmers' body of India, who feel that the green light will allow the US to flood the Indian markets with highly subsidized agricultural products. However, Goyal has assured that India will protect the interests of its quote-unquote sensitive agriculture and dairy sectors in the bilateral trade pact. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was welcomed by Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto with an official ceremony at the Presidential Palace in Jakarta. Albanese is on a 3-day visit to Indonesia, during which the two leaders are expected to sign a security treaty, details of which are yet to be made public. And lastly, while it is extremely rare for heads of states to publicly endorse someone in another country's elections, the US president is an exception. He has endorsed Japan's Prime Minister Sane Takaichi ahead of a snap election in her country this Sunday. Now, the two have met once after Takaichi rolled out the red carpet for Trump after just a week into her office. Ever since, she has quoted Trump for stable ties at the back of tariffs threat. Trump has also already declared that he will welcome Takaichi to the White House on 19th of March, the preparations for which is already underway. Thanks for watching Hindustan Times. Those were the top 5 headlines at this hour.